Hey, what's up, guys? It's Fizzy Fox TV here, and I'm back at it again with another YouTube video. And today we're going to be discussing the state of fighting games, more like the future of fighting games of 2026. And we're going to hop right on into this. So, guys, it's 2026, and shooting games are still the most bought genre in video games as of today. And sometimes I question, why is that so? Have fighting games not thrived, or just in a different way? Today we are going to discuss the future of fighting games and where they will be if they don't get their act together and reclaim the title as a genre and take back what's theirs. Yeah, we have Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6, but are we truly okay with washed up recycled titles, or do we want something fresh and new? It's almost as if as a community we are never heard, and I feel like not enough people come together to support the rebrand or revival of some of our favorite fighting game titles. The sad reality is closed mouths don't get fed, and nothing will change for the better if we don't, speak up. For example, Capcom has released so many video games, especially fighting games, and have yet to make a new Darkstalkers or Rival Schools, or at least acknowledge what amazing potential, they had. Instead, leaving fans clueless as to what actually happened or took place. Or is it about money and sales? Is it safe to say we will never see these video games again? Or could there still be a chance? Could there still be hope for, all these old school, fighting game titles to be revived? And honestly speaking, guys, there's always a possibility for anything. As a community, I feel like we have said a lot, and we might have felt like we said enough, but now we have to stick with what we got now. And now they're going to keep on throwing these same, video game titles at us. And, we get tired of seeing Mortal Kombat over and over again. We get tired of seeing Street Fighter over and over again. We get tired of seeing Tekken over and over again because, it's just the same washed up material. It's like, yeah, shooting games have the same material. Everything's pretty much the same, but it still gets audiences' eyes. As people still buy their games. Call of Duty is still a very, very, heavily bought game, and other shooting titles, like even coming down to Fortnite, which Fortnite should not be as highly bought in the store as, like, fighting games should be up there, period. But it's sad to say that these games, as kiddie and as ridiculous, or people may see the DLC as to be cheesy and all this other stuff, but it's still being bought, guys. And at some point we have to realize, like, it's time to hang up what's familiar up and just, start fresh and new. I feel like, as much as I love Tekken as a series, and it's probably one of my favorite 3D fighting games of all time as well, too, sitting right next to Dead or Alive and, Virtua Fighter. But, I've realized that none of these games can flop these times around. If there is a new installment for each one of these franchises, they should be thriving. It's like, people say they thrive in their own way, but, that's just a more special way of saying they're not thriving at all. And I feel like we do have to, upgrade with that. We do have to, start understanding that if we want to see change, and we want to see a new Rival Schools, and we want to see a new Darkstalkers, if we want to see a new everything, it's just, we all have to come together, because, that's what we have Discord for. That's what we have all these, platforms for, is for all of us to talk and chat and, spread the word, because this is getting very embarrassing. It's like, yeah, we want to hype up Tekken, we want to hype up Mortal Kombat, certain games, but they're only up there due to popularity and due to the fact that they were out for a very long time. But also, we can't keep giving them credit for that. Because honestly, it really is because of that, and it still doesn't surpass the games that they're supposed to surpass. Like, a newer game, adventure title could drop right now, and it'll sell way more than any of those fighting games all put together. And I'm not even lying. There's a lot of titles that I can name as well. And I hope that we can come to some sort of resolution here. They did say that Virtua Fighter 6 is going to be released, but I have not heard anything else from it. I've actually seen the trailer, and I've seen what the game looks like and what direction they're going to take and stuff like that. And I'm already seeing errors in certain things. Like, do people not understand, like, this is the last time they get to publish their games the way that they are going to do it? Because, Soul Calibur gave up on us. They said, fuck us with 5 and 6, and, and deal with it, you know? And as far as this goes, Virtual Fighter 6 cannot flop, guys. As far as like, 3D fighting games go, because that's it. That's pretty much it. None of them can make a mistake, not one. It can't be not one detail out of the game. It can't be one thing. Like, it's just, is it because of new developers coming into the room and, developing our games? Or is it just, is it a lack of experience? I'm not really sure, because I've been feeling like we've been getting mediocre shit. And nobody's been saying anything because everybody's just so in love with the series and, with the games that they love and stuff. But it's just like, we got to start saying something, because we're getting the bare minimum. We have been getting the bare minimum for the past fucking 10 years. And I'm not wasting my time on packs, season packs, certain things, or having to buy a whole nother separate game to get Tag Team Battle again in Dead or Alive or some weird shit. I just don't want no weird DLC shit. Give us the full game of everything. The one thing I could say is that every shooting game has a campaign mode. Not every fighting game has a campaign mode, which is fucking insane, because there's so much character development and so much characters in the game, and you want to learn so much about your favorite character and certain stuff like that, and you can't even do that. So it's just like, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. A lot of people not caring about people's feelings. And yeah, we have EA on the other hand that's also, treating their fans like garbage and probably doing them the worst, way worse. But we can actually come back from this shit, guys. We can actually come back from something very, very severe. I feel like all that it takes is, like I said before, as a community, hop on Discord, get on Twitter, get on fucking Facebook, start sharing shit, guys. Like, start, getting the word out there, because this really matters. And, this is the last time we're probably going to ever get good fighting games, ever. And we got to hype this shit, this whole thing up, especially with GTA 6 coming up, this year. It's a lot of excitement. It's a lot to look forward to. Like, I really hope you guys are ready for the new year and stuff like that. It's definitely a lot of video games that y'all guys need to also check out too, especially new adventure titles, because I have been looking on in the PlayStation Store recently too, the new titles and the newer games that are coming out. And I've already thought about pre-ordering some games in the future and stuff like that, just in case if I want to do a series on it, because guys, I really do seriously want to do a series on GTA 6, because I already know the campaign, the story mode gonna be fucking fire. Oh my gosh. But okay, so back to the video, guys. But it just can't be no fuck ups this year. I'm hoping that we have good feedback from these games. Will Virtual Fighter save the day, guys? I don't know, but I really, really hope that we get to see a lot of these titles sooner or later. And I'm sorry if I had to cut this video short, guys, because, I just had to do my little quick rant, because it is getting pretty ridiculous out here how, the industry is moving. And, if you guys are not okay with getting mediocre stuff and, getting, scammed out your money, because none of these are complete games. And I have brought up some very, valid points, and I just want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Like, what do y'all guys think that fighting games need to do to be, number one? Like, what would they have to do to be the most bought genre in, video game history? Like, seriously, like, what will it take? So, guys, I hope you guys loved my Future of Fighting Games video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you guys can be notified every time that I upload. And deuces.